What else is there, John? I've got Michael Snyder in studio, and I'm excited.
You should not be making Michael wait.
Yes, don't make Michael wait. He's the culture blaster. He joins us on a rainbow. Oh! Michael, welcome, and thank you for bringing me some Warriors and Giants mojo.
Did you have to go there instantly? 4 errors, and of course that horrifying performance in Boston the other night, although they battled back so valiantly.
Clay
in the
and
third
Steph Curry
quarter.
both came to life.
Oh, it was amazing. And then it's as if they had expended all the energy they had getting back in the third quarter and then just didn't have no more. So
Michael you were telling me off the air, you think that they have to win tonight. Otherwise, it may be not possible.
Maybe curtains and Robert
That's
Williams.
pure speculation.
The Celtics center is a monster in the middle. Monster in the middle, and he has been a difference maker. And the Warriors are not particularly tall and long by comparison. We do have guys in the wings. You know, James Wiseman, their center, who's been on the bench because of injury, and, of course, the human tornado, Jonathan Kuminga, muscular, but they're kids. And, these guys on the Celtics seem primed. But you know what? The Warriors are champions, and I hope they have it in them to make this push and make it happen. And in the meantime, it's very early in Major League Baseball, at least seasonally, and I'm not worried about my Giants yet. I'm not worried yet. You know what I'm worried about? Subvariants. Oh, my God. The only subvariant I want to worry about is the threat of someone putting mayo on my foot-long sandwich.
Oh, my God. Subvariant. Right. I got it.
Supposing you brought the light inside the body.
Yeah. All right. Yes.
Let's talk about some movies. What the hey?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. The first Jurassic Park movie had a very cool conceit. What if geneticists were able to get intact dinosaur DNA from fossils and create actual living dinosaurs in the here and now, and of course put them on display in an island theme park because, greed, of course, greed. And what problems could possibly arise when comparatively frail and puny human park visitors interact with giant thunder lizards? Those protective enclosures couldn't possibly fail, right? Okay, so that's your basic premise with Jurassic Park. Those many years ago. The rest of the now 6-film series is all about the safeguards breaking down.
Oh, my God, there have been 6 of them?
3 Jurassic Park movies and 3 Jurassic World movies, the most recent iteration. The idea is the safeguards, maybe they'll break down, and spoiler alert, the dinosaurs will eventually get off the island and terrorize humanity. Anyway, Jurassic World Dominion checks in with dinosaur wrangler Owen, played by Chris Pratt, and his lady love Claire, a former Jurassic theme park executive turned dino rights activist, and she's played by Bryce Dallas Howard. They were the leads of the Jurassic World movies, the previous 2 films in the franchise, and now a growing dinosaur population is sharing the planet with humans. Owen and Claire are off the grid and caring for this snarky, disgruntled teenage girl who happens to be related to a renowned geneticist, of course. And as I recall, the kid may also have been the one who actually, maybe she set the dinosaurs free in Northern California in the previous film. I don't want to tell tales out of school. So we have a California connection, of course. The big lure of Jurassic World Dominion, besides copious action sequences that feature increasingly realistic prehistoric beasts.
Copious is a dang word for sure.
Thanks to the ever-evolving magic of CGI animation, you'll believe dinosaurs are real and running wild. Anyway, the big lure here is that this unites Pratt and Howard with the 3 primary stars of the original Jurassic Park, Sam Neill, Laura Dern, and Jeff Goldblum. But to bring the noble science trio of Neill's Alan Grant, Dern's Ellie Sattler, and Goldblum's Ian Malcolm back into the mix, there needed to be a global threat like, giant locusts embiggened by dinosaur DNA and potentially destroying all crops everywhere.
Yeah, you have to have a threat big enough to get the whole gang back together.
Radio. So the script, unfortunately, is a piecemeal attempt to address that crisis as Owen, Claire, and the kid have their family drama with some unsavory types coming after them and after one special velociraptor. The locust problem brings the Grant Sattler Malcolm triumvirate on board. Things culminate at a bioresearch firm run by an unctuous tech billionaire who seems to have been created by splicing the DNA of Jobs, Gates, Bezos, Musk, and Zuckerberg together, resulting in some kind of uber creep. Anyway,
unctuous is a ding word, by the way, Chris. Thank you.
This guy's firm, the headquarters are conveniently a mountain hideaway set amid a sort of preserve where all sorts of creatures dwell, and at any moment could cause havoc. So the movie was directed and co-written by Colin Trevorrow, who has done better work. This is so cluttered that the jaw-dropping dinosaur sequences, when they happen, and all the goodwill generated by the return of beloved characters, none of that is enough to make this a good movie. And even the obvious fan service callbacks seem like pretty flat. By the way, here's something weird. The cast also includes Omar Sy and Campbell Scott. The latter is the tech billionaire. But Sy, who is the star of Lupin on Netflix, is barely in 2 scenes. This wastes one of the most charismatic actors in the world. How do you hire Omar Sy and just throw him away like that? Anyway,
well, I mean, they put together an all-star team, and there's not room on the field for everybody.
Right. So still, we're going to bring in Omar Sy, and he's thinking, "I'm going to be in Jurassic World Dominion, woohoo!" And then,
sort of, yeah, right.
Anyway, what could have made Jurassic World Dominion better? If only the scientists had used their genetic magic to somehow bring back the Flintstones' pet Dino. I would have gone, okay,
that's right. Dino was the original.
Yeah, this is in theaters. And you know what? It's a place to see it because of all the big action. But, the dinosaurs get shortchanged by locusts. Come on.
I see. Well, what's the bigger danger, the dinosaurs or the locusts?
I think the locusts, the dinosaurs, some of them are kind of friendly.
I think there've got to be some good dinosaurs. I don't like the idea somehow the dinosaurs are the things we got to kill.
No, there are some friendly, it's possible for humans and dinos to coexist.
All right.
You've seen the Flintstones. You know it's possible. Right. Okay, here's a shocker, and I didn't want to think about pro sports. I didn't want to think about basketball, but here we go. An Adam Sandler starring vehicle from his own production company isn't a moronic comedy and is a very good movie. Now that's a shocker. It's a sports movie that breaks the mold a bit, maybe not as much as that charming World's Worst Golfer biopic, The Phantom of the Open, but Hustle does feature a sports underdog trying to help a sports underdog triumph. Hustle features Sandler as Stanley Sugarman, a downtrodden scout for the Philadelphia 76ers NBA team. He travels the world in search of new blood, young players with potential that could make the Sixers roster. And the team's owner, played by no less than Robert Duvall, believes in Stanley and wants to promote him to assistant coach, which would allow Stanley to be at home with his wife, played by Queen Latifah, and their daughter. Yeah, Sandler's character is married to a loving, supportive woman played by Queen Latifah, and no, Hustle isn't science fiction. Anyway, I digress. The team owner's son, played by Ben Foster, insists that Stanley stay out on the road, and while in Spain, Stanley discovers this phenomenal raw talent named Bo Cruz, who is hustling other players on a local court. Stanley thinks Bo is his ticket to coaching, but Bo, coming from poverty, has issues that need to be surmounted. NBA player Juancho Hernan Gomez is quite believable as Bo, including the acting parts. In fact, many current and former NBA players and coaches are in Hustle, some as fictional characters and others as themselves. And ultimately, it's the wonderful rapport between Sandler and Hernan Gomez that makes the movie work. And it doesn't hurt to have quality actors like Latifah, Duvall, and Foster in the cast. Look, I may not think much of Sandler's bonehead comedies, but his recent dramatic forays in Uncut Gems and the Meyerowitz stories have been impressive. He's brought that impact to Hustle. It's a little bit of a formula film, and it isn't Oscar bait. But I found myself truly rooting for Stanley and Bo. The lesson may be that a talented director and a smart script allow Sandler, the actor, to shine. And though it comes from the Sandman's Happy Madison Productions, director Jeremiah Zegar and screenwriters Taylor Matern and Will Fetters give him a project of value. Hustle
you like it.
In theaters and on Netflix.
Oh, how about that? We have time for one more, Mike. There's a ding word in there, and now I forget what it was, Chris, so I don't worry about it.
All right. The Walk is a well-meaning but perfunctory movie, ostensibly
perfunctory is absolutely
about the violence and protests that exploded in that noted bastion of racial harmony, Boston. Oh, my God, Boston. Why do I have to keep being reminded of the NBA Finals? Anyway, When forced integration of the city's school system was ordered by the courts in 1974, all hell broke loose. Despite the dramatic possibilities and potential, the walk defaults to melodrama, focusing on an Irish-American cop played by Justin Chatwin, whose willingness to protect the black kids coming to the high school in his all-white South Boston neighborhood puts him in conflict with the locals who decry the busing, especially the criminal element, led by a mobster played by Malcolm McDowell and his recently paroled hitman played by Jeremy Piven. Both of these characters think the cop is a traitor to his kind. The cop's wayward daughter also is enmeshed in this busing situation, or as a brave black EMT played by no less than Terrence Howard. And he also has a noble daughter. Eventually, the two families' worlds collide with such a meaty topic and setting, and the likes of Chatwin, McDowell, Piven, and Howard involved. I hope for something better from The Walk, but it was more like The Plod. The Walk is available right now in certain theaters.
But you're saying walk past it? Would you say that would be like the critic would say? I'll tell you what you should do. You should take the walk past the theater.
Right, the Plod. I do want to say quickly, Ms. Marvel just started on Disney Plus, and I love the superhero stuff. Superhero stuff is my meat and potatoes. And guess what Ms. Marvel is? Ms. Marvel, the first Muslim American superheroine. Kamala Khan, played by Iman Vellani, a newcomer. Ms. Marvel is a typical teenager from Jersey City with all the usual teenage problems, but she has Pakistani-born parents and a devout but kind and unmistakably American brother. And they don't get her fascination with the Avengers. I mean, she's a Captain Marvel fangirl. She even attends an Avenger Con.
And then one day she becomes a superhero?
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Can you let him finish?
I can't let him finish. I have to wrap him up.
I know, it's kind of amazing.
Where can I see it? I've got to wrap
It's on Disney Plus, and it's very cool.
All right.
You're down to 5%
I know.
battery.
I'm trying to wrap the guy up. He just keeps on serving up new stuff.
Oh, I got so much. Peaky Blinders season 6, the last season
Why
on
are you
Netflix. So much stuff. Good God. All right, buddy.
You can read him in the Marina Times. You can see him pasted to a television screen or to a radio, listening or watching to Giants or Dubs. He comes and goes on a rainbow.